lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. In today's video I'm going to be reading some newly released books that I have been highly anticipating. Like, these books I've been looking forward to for so long, and I love both of these authors' series, both of their works. I absolutely cannot wait for these books. Yeah. So if you have also been anticipating these books, or you would like to see my thoughts and feelings on them, stick around, watch this video. I'm going to be sharing my spoiler-free thoughts and feelings on both the books and giving some of my unfiltered opinions. So in today's video we're going to be reading Daydream by Hannah Grace. This is book 3 in the Maple Hills series. I'm not sure if there's going to be another one or if this is the end of the trilogy, but the first one is Icebreaker, which I'm sure everyone knows, and the second one is Wildfire. So this is the third one, and this one follows Henry and a new character, Hallie. Where we kind of left off in the last one, we kind of went to a summer camp and we left the sort of campus scene, we left the ice hockey scene. This one kind of goes back to that and we're back on campus, so we love that because I love a ice hockey romance, I love a sports romance, and I love these characters so much. So yeah, and also how stunning is this edition. I've got the gorgeous sprayed edges. I got this one from The Works. And the next book in today's video, which has been even more newly released than Daydream, this one was released on Wednesday and it is now, or Tuesday, and it is now Saturday, so very new release. So this one is Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. It is the second book in the Rose Hill Ranch series. The first one was Wild Love, and that one came out this year also, I think, and this is going to be a series of, I think, 4 books, and every single one is going to be single dads, if I'm correct. So this one is a single dad romance, and it also follows a pop star and a small town guy. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and without further ado, let's read these books. I am about to start Daydream by Hannah Grace, which is the first new release in today's video. I'm so excited for both of the new releases today, oh my god. But yeah, this is Daydream by Hannah Grace. This is the third book in the Maple Hills series trilogy. I'm not sure if she's bringing out any more. I'm going to have to look into that, but I don't know, because I don't know who else the other books would be about. I feel like the main 3 kind of guys from the team have got their own books now, so I'm not sure if she's bringing out another one, but I really hope she is, because I never want this series to end. I literally love Hannah Grace's writing style. I love the characters, I love the team, everything that she has created. Sign me up, because I'm obsessed. Also, as I have probably already said in the intro, I do have a sprayed edition copy, and yeah, she is my pride and joy. She is absolutely stunning. I love her. But yeah, I am about to start it. I'm so excited. It is Monday, it is the evening, I'm in my jammies, I'm about to get cozy, and I'm about to start reading it. So this one follows Henry, and I think the main girl is called Hallie, or Hal, and it's a friends to lovers from what I know. It's friends to lovers, I think. It's kind of like shy boy, shy girl type of situation. I think she's more of an introvert. I think she works at a bookstore. The ice hockey captain. So the first one I rated Icebreaker. I think I rated it a 4.75 stars. I rated Wildfire a 4.5 star. I read that on, or did I read that? No, I rated that a 4 star. My bad. I read that on holiday, which was perfection. If you are going anywhere sunny, I know that it's getting into autumn, but if you're going anywhere sunny still, bring Wildfire with you, because it is literally the best summer read. It was so fun. But now we're on to Daydream, which I feel like is honestly kind of perfect for autumn, the library vibes or bookstore vibes. I'm getting autumn vibes. Also, we're back in the university setting now. We're back into the ice hockey training, that kind of thing, which I'm very happy with, because who doesn't love a sports romance? I do. I love a sports romance. So to kind of be back in that almost aspect of things within the book, I'm very excited about. She's got her little Taylor Swift kind of cardigan on in the front. I'm loving that for her. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. So yeah, I think it's going to be friends to lovers. I think it's going to be cutesy, wholesome vibes. And the way that Hannah Grace writes is just so bingeable. It's so easy to digest. And I want her to bring out so many more books in this series because I will read about any character you give me. While I'm stood here as well, I'm actually just looking at my new bag. I got this from Primark the other day and I think she's a slayer. This is my new, gonna be my new uni bag. It's just like a leopard print leather look bag and I'm obsessed. Like, I am jumping on the leopard print bandwagon. I don't care that I'm a bit late to it. I love it. I love this bag. It's like the perfect bag as well because you can fit like your laptop in, your bottle of water, your brush, your books. Yeah, I can fit so many books in this bag. Like if I want to go book shopping, I can buy like so many books. Like this is the perfect size. And I think it was like £14, which is pretty good. I mean, it's besides the point of this video, but just thought I'd share that while I was looking at it on the floor. Yeah, we're gonna go read. I've got the bookmark that came with this book. Oh my gosh, love. This is gonna stay in the book. I'm gonna keep this. This is gonna be my bookmark and we're gonna read. We're gonna have a fun time. I will update when I have some thoughts, some feelings on it, but I highly anticipate this being like a 4-star or above. High hopes, high hopes. My bottle and my book literally match. Like, how perfect is this? Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Like, give me a water bottle in every colour because I'm a water bottle fiend. Like, I am obsessed with buying water bottles. It's a bit of a weird like addiction. Apologies for the awful lighting right now and the absolutely horrible hair. But last night I read 100 pages of Daydream by Hannah Grace and let me just tell you, I am obsessed with this book already. So far we've met obviously the main girl, Hal, whatever you want to say. I'm not sure how you meant to pronounce that name. Anyway, we obviously already know Henry, and so far Henry is failing his class, like one of his classes, and because he's captain of the hockey team, the coach really wants him to sort of like be the top of his game. Like the coach wants him to be passing every single class and Henry is failing one class and he really hates this class. He doesn't know what to do for it. He gets overwhelmed by the workload and he's just a little bit stuck. So then he meets Aurora at the first like romance only book club, because I've just said Aurora, I meant to say Hallie. He meets Hallie because she's hosting a new romance only book club at a local bookstore, and Aurora from book 2, she says to Henry, like, come with me and you can have a look at some books like that will help you with your work. So obviously he goes, he first meets Hallie there and then they kind of spark up a little bit of a friendship and it's really, really cute so far. I'm loving that it's like friends to lovers, and so far obviously they're just building up this friendship. And Hallie actually she's struggling with like loneliness. She's struggling with feeling like she hasn't got many friends. So it's really nice to see them kind of sparking up a friendship, and she's being introduced to all of Henry's friends and teammates and things. And so far it just feels like a really sweet and wholesome story. I love in books when like the main character is a book lover, is a book reader, or like hosts a book club, like that kind of thing. Like just having that element to the book makes it so, I just love it. I feel seen. And they are basically, I think, gonna spark up like a little bit of a sort of deal where she's gonna help him with his class because she's done that class before and she liked it and she knows what to do. So she's gonna help him with that class and he is basically gonna help her experience some more things because she's not really experienced a lot in her life and she wants to just get out there a bit more, do some things because she's trying to write a book and she feels like she can't write the book because she doesn't have enough life experiences to base the characters off of that, and she feels like she just doesn't know what to write about because she's not done enough, if you kind of know what I mean, which I think is a nice vibe. Like, I like when the characters make a little alliance, like a little pact. I just think it's fun. And also, I hate to say it again, but the sprayed edges on this book are making the reading experience, like, I'm obsessed. They're so stunning. Wow. So I'm gonna go make a coffee, and then I'm gonna like read some more. We're gonna read some more of this book. I am currently sat in my dressing gown because it is literally the rainiest day ever. It is so cold and rainy, and it's just like, you know, you just want to be cozy. So I just had to put my dressing gown on. Like, I simply had to put it on. So I feel like we need to do a little check-in of Daydream. I've done some reading since the last time I spoke to you guys. I am now on page 310, so I'm gonna finish it tonight. I'm gonna sit down and finish this tonight so that we can move on. Not like move on in a bad way, because like I am really enjoying this book, but I had an exciting delivery today, and we've got the second book for the video, which is, it's none other than Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. Like, I am so excited for this book. I'm beyond excited, to be quite frank. I'm so excited. I love Elsie Silver books so much. Like, out of every single author that I have read a small town romance book from, without a doubt, Elsie Silver, she stays on top. Like, I think about Heartless in the Chestnut Springs series, yeah, every day of my life. I love that book with my entire heart, and I just, yeah. And I'm also like highly anticipating Wild Eyes to be a 5-star, but that's beside the point because we're talking about Daydream. So I have like maybe just over 100 pages left to read, and I just really am enjoying it. I love Hannah Grace's writing, like I've said, and I feel like something to know going into her books is that she very much writes character-driven romances. There's honestly not a whole lot of plot going on. We don't really have like an overarching plot within any of her books, I would say, or especially not in Daydream. We definitely are focusing just on the characters, their character development, and kind of like just their personalities. And yeah, it's just a very character-driven book. Don't expect like a crazy plot going on within it, because we're definitely focused mainly just on the characters themselves, which honestly I really do enjoy, because I feel like it's nice sometimes to just have some characters that you really care about and you really want to see them thrive, and you're just focusing on them characters. And she has managed to create like a cast of characters that I very much do love to read about, and I very much want to see them all like have their little happy ever afters. So I don't personally see that as like a negative. I really enjoy it just being very, very character driven. But if you are someone that needs kind of a bit more plot, then I wouldn't really recommend this romance series. I mean, give it a go obviously, but yeah, I wouldn't say there's a plot in really any of the books. There kind of is in the first two, but for this one I really think that with it being longer as well, we're just really delving into the characters themselves. There has been so many sweet moments in this book, like an unbelievable amount of sweet moments, to the point where I'm just like like I'm just sat there like giggling. And I think that it's really nice how they've gone from being friends to lovers, and we're really seeing like the journey that takes. We're seeing how they're kind of learning to adapt to each other's ways. They're learning how to go from being just friends to becoming like more than that. And it's nice to see like how Hannah Grace has done that, because these characters are definitely more sort of like they need to unpack some things first before they can both like move forward with their relationship. And I feel like Hannah Grace has done that really, really well. So all that to say, so far I am loving this book, and I think currently it's sitting at maybe like maybe like a 4.5 stars at the moment. I'm not sure if it's gonna get a 5 stars. It actually might, who knows. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna finish this book, and then I will give my full review and updates tomorrow. So we're gonna go do some reading right now. This is literally gonna be me for the rest of the night. I've got my dressing gown on, I've got my book in hand, and this is basically what I look like. And I'm loving it. I'm loving the cozy autumny vibes right now. Last night I finished Daydream. I've officially finished it. I am gonna rate it. I'm gonna settle on a 4.5 stars. A 4.5 stars, yeah. So I don't actually know which book I prefer in the series, because I rated this one a 4.5 stars, and I think I rated Icebreaker on a 4.5 stars also. I rated Wildfire a 4-star, but I don't know which one I prefer. Like, between Icebreaker and Daydream, I feel like they're very on par with how much I enjoyed them. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. Like, I had a great time reading it. It was everything that I needed it to be and more for like the mood that I was in. I was definitely in the mood for this kind of book, and it just delivered. It just delivered. Hannah Grace is officially now an auto-buy author for me. Like, anything she writes, I will be buying, and I literally need her to announce the next book. Like, I just can't work out if there's going to be a next book in this series or if it was just going to be a trilogy. I actually don't know. Like, I really hope that there's going to be another book, but I don't know what that other book would be about. Because it feels like all of the characters are kind of either graduating or like we've run out of main characters to talk about or to like make full books about. So I don't know if there's going to be another one, but I really hope there is, or I hope that she's going to like announce another spin-off series, maybe just something by Hannah Grace, please. But I just thought that this book was so cute. It was filled with so many cute moments. There was like so many little acts of service moments, and they really just communicated so well. Yes, there was like a mini third act breakup, which I feel like there's a third act breakup in almost every romance book. I just feel like it has to happen to follow the formula of a romance book. I don't know. Yeah, it's annoying, but it does happen majority of the time. But with this one, it really wasn't like too crazy. It didn't make you think like, oh my god, how are they ever going to come back from this? It was just kind of like done really well, and they dealt with it really well, and it kind of just showed how much they had both developed as characters and how much character development they had throughout the book. Like, leading to that moment, it allowed them to deal with it in like such a great, mature way. But yeah, I wouldn't say like the third act breakup was one of those ones where you sat there thinking like, we now have 50 pages. But like, how are we gonna be wrapping this up? Because I do not like either of the characters anymore. It didn't feel like that. It was honestly not even really like that crazy. I think that they had so much chemistry as friends and also as like a couple. I really believed in their love story, and I just really above all enjoyed them both individually as characters, which I think is nice, because sometimes, yeah, you like the couple but you might not like the guy, or you might not like the girl, but I liked both equally. Like, I felt like as characters they both stood up on their own. There was both strong characters, and I just love the side characters in this series. Like, they make the book. It felt so found family vibes, and I love how everyone has their little quirks in the friendship group. Yeah, loved this book. Definitely what I needed at the time. It was a 4.5 star. It just didn't give me like that full 5-star feeling, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you have read the series, or if you haven't, then I highly recommend to pick this up. Like, get to the series, get to the next book in the series, or just pick up this series because it is so good and it's a fun, cutesy time. Also, there was not as much spice in this one as the other two, I don't think. I think the first one was the spiciest, then it was the second one, and then it was the third one, in my opinion. But now we are gonna move on to Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to start this book. But yeah, I'm gonna make a coffee, I'm gonna read Wild Eyes, and I am so excited for this book. Like, I can't. 5-star prediction. That might have just jinxed it for myself, but hopefully not. vlogger, a terrible booktuber, because I have actually forgotten to update you guys throughout the entirety of Wild Eyes. I now only have like 80 pages left and I've just completely forgotten to chat about it, but honestly that shows you how much I have been like wrapped up in this book. I couldn't put it down. All I wanted to do is read. I've just had the best time with this book. Like, you know when you just you're reading a book and you're just like, I'm having a great time right now, like I'm having a whale of a time. That was me reading this book. I just love everything about the way that Elsie Silver writes. Like I just feel like the way that she writes, like how does she do it? Because I will read anything that she puts out. What? I think that personally for me, she is my favourite small town cowboy romance author ever. Like she's just it for me. And honestly, the way that I just eat up her writing style is insane. I love it so much. But this book basically follows, we have West, who, if you didn't know West, he is the brother of Rosie from book 1, Wild Love. So this whole Rose Hill Ranch series follows like a completely different set of characters from Chestnut Springs, but they loosely link because Ford, the main guy in book 1, he is Willa from book 2 of Chestnut Springs' brother. So it's kind of connected just through that link. And this is like a town across, I think, the lake from Chestnut Springs. So there's like a map at the front. There is a map at the front and it kind of tells you like all the different places that she has like written about. So we have Chestnut Springs is here, and then I think it's like a little lake, and then we have Rose Hill, and then Ruby Creek I think is the Gold Rush Ranch series 1. So then there's 2 other places on here. We've got Emerald Lake and Blisswater Springs. So I'm like, are they going to be like maybe future series by Elsie Silver? Like, are they going to be future book series set in those 2 different places? Maybe. I could be wrong. Maybe they've already been spoken about and they're just like not relevant at all. But I was thinking like maybe. But yeah, this one follows West, who is Rosie's brother from book 1. And we kind of saw a little glimpse of him in book 1. I definitely was excited to get to his book because I knew that I would like him as a character, and I definitely do. So he lives next door to Rosie and Ford. He lives next door on his kind of like ranch type thing. He trains horses, whether they're like from young or they're like a problem horse or that kind of thing. Like he trains them to get them ready for whatever they're doing. Like he does like lessons, that kind of thing. And then we have Skylar. Skylar has kind of like fled the city. She's a city girl. She's a very famous country music singer, but she like isn't really an actual country girl. Like she's a city girl. And from like the get-go, from being young, she's always been like, her parents have always made her sort of be their like doll. Like they've been like, do this, do that, sign this, sign that, you need to look this way, you need to eat that, you need to put out this kind of music. And they very much like conditioned her to be that kind of person. And then she just kind of snaps and she's like, I hate this life, like I need to leave. So she basically gets in the car and she is on her way to Ford's music recording studio, because he has a recording studio in the little town that she's going to. So she's on her way there, and when she's on her way there, she basically, this happens in like chapter 1, so it's not a spoiler, but she basically is trying to make like a relatable content, and she's trying to get a picture with a grizzly bear. She doesn't know it's a grizzly bear. Obviously she's a city girl, she doesn't really know like about that kind of thing, and she's trying to get like a selfie with it for Instagram. And West drives down and he's like, give me strength, these tourists, they are doing my head in. Like, they are doing my head in. But he's like, I can't drive by because this girl is going to get eaten by a grizzly bear. So he pulls up next to her and he's like, please get in the car, like you can't be next to this grizzly bear. And she's like, please don't tell me what to do, because obviously she's like in her era of she doesn't want anyone to tell her what to do anymore. So she's like, please step away, like do not tell me what to do, I'm gonna get a picture with this bear. And he's like, please refrain from doing that, you're going to get eaten. And anyway, that whole thing happens, and then she makes her way to Ford's ranch and needs a place to stay, just so she has to stay on like the bunkhouse section of West's ranch. And that's like a brief summary of the start, and then we just kind of go from there. We're following like her self-discovery, we've been following him dealing with his problems. Obviously he is a single dad, because I think every book in this series is going to be single dad, so it's really nice to see him like being a dad to his 2 children as well. And yeah, we're just kind of following them along on their journey of self-discovery, of dealing with their own separate issues, and having like really great character development. One thing I will say about this series is I don't really feel as invested as I did with Chestnut Springs. With Chestnut Springs, I was like so excited for the next book. I was like, I don't want to leave these characters. I love this world, like I'm obsessed. This is like the best thing ever. But with this one, I kind of just feel like in the moment when I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, this is a really good time. Like, I like this series. And then when I kind of put it down, I'm like, but I could wait for the next one. Like, I'm not on the edge of my seat for the next one, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't feel as connected to the whole, like, town and characters. And I don't quite know why that is. I really don't know why that is. But it doesn't have, like, the same found family aspect as Chestnut Springs did, which is kind of one of the reasons that I loved that series so much. So that's something that is affecting like the rating for this series and this book for me. But above all, like I do still really enjoy it, and I do love it when I am reading it, and I love all the characters. I love her writing style, of course, and I'm really loving the romance. The romance is so good. The romance is so good. Like, the way that Elsie Silver writes romance, the best. So I am gonna like finish this book now. I'm gonna wrap it up. I think I've got like 80 pages left, like I said. I'm gonna finish it off now, and then I'm gonna give like my full review after I finish this last little bit, because I'm still not sure what my rating is gonna be. I'm really not sure. My new glasses just arrived. Here they are. What do we think? Do we like them? I'm not really someone who like I should be wearing my glasses every day, but I literally don't. Like, I'm so bad for wearing glasses because I just don't think I suit them, and I just never wear them, so I just walk around like blind basically. I basically just walk around, can't see anything in the distance. I need glasses for long-sightedness. Like, I need to see into the distance, that's what I need them for. And I literally walk around and like people might be waving at me and I'll be like, who are you? Because I can't actually see your face. So it's terrible. I probably should wear them way more. So I went to the opticians a couple days ago, and I wanted to check if my like prescription was the same. Turns out it's changed. My eyes have gotten like 3 scales worse or something. Perfect, brilliant. So I decided to treat myself to a new pair of glasses. So here they are. These ones are from Ralph Lauren, I think. I know they're from Ralph Lauren. These are from Ralph Lauren. I actually ordered them online because in the actual opticians, like Specsavers, I just find that it's like quite a lot more expensive. So I just found a pair online that I really liked. Yeah, so I just found a pair online, ordered them, and I actually feel like I might start wearing these like when I should now, because I kind of like them. Because I hated my other glasses. Like, I picked them because I was panicking in the shop. I was getting like overwhelmed, overstimulated, and I was like, I'll just take these. And then I hated them, never wore them when I absolutely should. I obviously wear them driving, but yeah. And now I feel like I like these ones. I feel like I might like these ones. I think I might be able to wear these and feel confident, yeah, in my day-to-day life. But that was a massive ramble about glasses when we don't need to be talking about glasses. I have finished Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver, and I think I'm going to rate it a 5-star. I think I am, because I literally ate this book up. Like, I inhaled it. I literally loved every single second, and at the end I actually did cry. Well, I teared up with tears of like happiness and tears of like joy. I thought it was such a beautiful ending, and I really grew to love the characters. I loved their character development. I loved the romance. Like, everything about it just made me sit there and I was like, oh my god, like, I'm tearing up. I'm so happy for these characters. And when that happens to me after reading a book, I feel like it's just a 5-star. It's a 5-star. I was so emotionally invested in the romance, in the love story. I loved the children, like West's kids. I felt like they were such a great addition to the story, and they honestly pulled on the heartstrings. Like, the relationship that Skylar had with the children, it was so cute and so sweet, and the way that West parents them, it was so sweet. And I loved every single second of this book. Like, there was not a time where I was like, oh, it's a bit slow, it's a bit boring. And it is like a 400-page book, which for a romance book I feel like is kind of getting to be on the longer side. But yeah, I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. I much preferred this one to Wild Love. And it also, like, there was some crumbs, and it really did set up for the last book, which is Wild... I keep forgetting the name of it. What is it going to be called? We'll never know. Wild Side. So yeah, it definitely left some huge crumbs for Wild Side, which I think we kind of know who the romance is going to be between in this one. So I'm very excited for their book. Like, I know I said before that I kind of put these books down and I don't really feel invested enough to be like, oh, I can't wait for the next one. But I feel like I've changed my mind. I really can't wait for the next one. So I'm very excited. And yeah, 100% go run and pick this book up, because if you love a small town romance, then this one is so good and I highly recommend it. Also, there's a talking parrot in this, or talking bird, and Cherry, the talking bird, she is such a great addition to this story. I absolutely loved listening to her. Like, the little catchphrases that she said were like funny, and she was a great addition. There was so many like cute, sweet moments between the two characters. Like, I was literally sat there and I was like, oh my god, like, I love these two together. I felt like they were definitely made for each other. And Elsie Silver, you've done it again. I literally love your books so much. I will read anything you write. Anything you write. So that concludes today's video. We have managed to read 2 new releases. We've read Daydream by Hannah Grace and Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver, both 2 books that I was highly anticipating this year and for them to come out. I absolutely love both of these authors. They are auto-buy authors for me. I will read anything that they put out. I absolutely love both of their writing styles, both of the characters that they've written about. I just absolutely love their writing, and I loved these books. I think, guys, if you are looking for 2 amazing romance books, then run to pick these up, because I absolutely loved both. I think they was both so special in such different ways. They definitely had like such a stark contrast between each other. Like, there was completely different romances, but they was both so good and highly recommend. So 4.5 stars, 5 stars, like, we found a 5-star read, unreal. And I highly recommend. I really would like to do this video again with some more new releases. I am highly anticipating quite a few for the end of the year. I really would like to include Lila Sage's next Rebel Blue Ranch book in a video. I think that one's called Lost and Lassoed, I think. That could be wrong, but I'm really anticipating that one. I love a small town romance. And yeah, if there's any new release books that you would like me to read, please drop them in the comments, because I would love to check them out. I love checking out books that are coming out. I feel like it's so interesting to see what's on the radar for the rest of the year. And I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!